This is a 2004 Harley-Davidson Road King Custom, brand new for 2004. So I bought it because I like the look and the style. It was clean, it was sleek, it wasn't all covered up with a lot of things that I didn't think needed to be there. But then of course I added my own stuff to it to make it mine, just like every other Harley person. So added some ape hanger handlebars, added some extra spotlights on the front, chromed everything out just the way I wanted it, but still kept it nice and clean. Haven't done anything to the motor at all except for a breather and new pipes, and runs as fast as I want to go.
My name is Lee Kerr. I'm from Oxford. My bike is a 2005 Softail Springer Classic. It's a brand new bike they came out with in 2005. I had two other bikes, had a Super Glide and a Heritage. And when I saw this one come out, I had to have it. So I sold my other two bikes, rolled all the money into this one. Done a few things to it. It doesn't come the way you see it. I've added my saddlebags, I've added the windshield, added the running lights, added the horn on the front, just added a lot of things to it, just trying to keep everything to look old school, because this looks like an old bike. It's modeled after a 48 Panhead, I believe it is. It has the old blacked out Springer front end on it. When I had my Super Glide, that was my play bike. It was fast. And my Heritage was the cruising bike, going on the road. I rode it to the 100th anniversary in Milwaukee. And very, very good bikes. But I had a fast bike and I had a cruiser. So to achieve what I had in my other bikes with this one, I did a few modifications on it. We had a 103 put in the engine, and the Harley people knows what that means, but a standard Harley comes with an 88 cubic inch. And I had new jugs and cylinders put on it, which took it up to a 103. It's got a little pep to it. And to be able to carry that muscle, I had a 6-speed transmission put in it also, which is really slick and smooth on the interstate. You're reaching for that last gear. When a normal Harley has a 5-speed transmission, and when you're on the interstate, you get a little bit of vibration, and you're sitting there, and you just wish you had another gear. Well, now I got it, and it's sweet. It really does a good job on it.
Every girl crazy about his shine as me.
Been a motorcycle fan since I was probably 3 or 4 years old. I had an older brother, much older brother, that had a motorcycle and kind of got me motivated, gave me the fever. Used to build models of motorcycles. That was my thing back when I was a kid. So, I mean, I really got into it. We go on vacation, and I'd ask my parents to take us to a motorcycle store rather than go to the beach or go to the amusement park or something like that. I had to go see motorcycles. I just was always into it. So once I got old enough where I could buy one, I started out with a lot of different motorcycles. In '93, got my first Harley, and I've had several since that first Harley, but now there's nothing on the road that I'd ride other than a Harley. I love it.
I've been riding since I was 5 or 6 years old. We've always had a little bit of land when I was growing up. Started out on a Honda Trail 70. That's one of those ugly bikes, got the big old tires on it and the handlebars that kick in. You know, you can fold the handlebars down, pick it up and put it in the trunk of your car. Well, that was our first bike. My sisters and I rode that, and when we got out to the farm, we got a Yamaha 80, a dirt bike. Had a really good time on that. Learned a lot about riding on that dirt bike. That was pretty fast for a little guy my age. When I turned 14, I went and got my motorcycle driver's license and bought me a Honda CB 125. Out of all the bikes, that was probably the only mistake I made. When I went to the dealership, there was a Honda CB 125, bright red, just beautiful bike sitting there. Right next to it was a XL 125. Well, I live on a farm. It makes sense to get a dirt bike. For what reason I got a street bike, I don't know. But I tried to turn that street bike into a dirt bike. Rode everywhere since I was 14. I've always had a bike. Went into the military, and when I was stationed down in Florida, one of the nurses bought a big bike she couldn't handle, so I bought it from her. It was a Kawasaki 700 LTD. That was a sweet bike. Got shipped to Okinawa, and I had the bike shipped over there with me. Had a blast on it on that island. When I got out of the Air Force in 1990, I sold that bike on the island. And I said, my next bike is going to be a Harley. So I bought my first Harley in 2001. And I will not look back. I mean, it's the best thing I've ever done. You don't see a motorcycle parked outside a psychiatrist's office. You know, it's the best therapy you can have, being on a motorcycle.